I met a gypsy.
What was it like to be racing James? Because I think he was, like you said, the one guy that you just really looked up to. And you guys had some insane battles.
Yeah, we James was that was a tough dynamic. Like, so we spent a lot of time together in 2008, and I really felt
because you were training at the Ponderosa.
right. Yeah, so we would we spent our weeks together, and the longer I spent there, the closer we got, friendship.
Because they are amazing people.
Yeah, no, I mean
just the nicest people.
If there's one, people I owe credit to for my career, like it's them as well. Like that year, I got to spend with them and the family, and Big James, Little James, Malcolm, and Sonny, all of them. But I just got to be around James a lot. We'd go play golf. I think we played golf like 10 out of 14 days on a 2-week break that we had. We just were. I mean, we didn't even ride. We were just golfing. Bay Hill? Well, just in Florida.
Yeah.
But I don't even know where. It was all over the place. We had a different course every day.
No shit.
I said, James, are we riding today? He's like, no. It's like, what are we doing? We're going to play golf. It's like, okay.
We did that yesterday.
And we're going to eat pizza. I was like, okay. And we're going to drink a soda. And I'm like, all right, I'll drink a soda. So like really kind of broke down that seriousness. It was just good to be around him. But a couple years went by, now we're racing each other. And it was kind of unique because like, that's when the Nike boot came out. And so I was able to get in the Nike boot, and James also was in the Nike boot. And so before the race, I thought there might be some like tension, like man, I don't want to steal his thunder, like he's in Nike. Like I'm pumped that we're both in Nike. But I was like, hey man, I just want to let you know, I texted him before Anaheim, like I'm pumped we're both in the Nike boots, and but I don't think I heard from him. But I think I just like, I cared, but yeah, so we raced each other, and that was just tough because I don't think I got the bet. That was the best James in 2010. He had probably was tired and burnt out from all the. He just went 24-0 in 08. He won the Supercross in 09, and he did get hurt in 2010. But
what did he hurt?
I don't remember. I think it was his wrist. I don't know.
It was with JGR,
right? He was on the Sam Manuel Yamaha.
That's right.
With and then him and Chad Reed came together at Phoenix.
Yep.
So that I prepared my whole off season to to race those guys. Like that's where my hope was, and Villo, and then all of a sudden those guys, James and Chad were hurt. So that was a weird dynamic. So I'm like, all right, like now they're out early on. And so it really wasn't a chance to really race in a championship that year. But I guess in the years moving on, you just had this incredible speed, and when he had it together on the night, nobody was going to beat him.
Like just the freak of all freaks.
Yeah, and I should say even in 2012, that year in the outdoors especially, he came out swinging, and he won the first 4 in a row. And had he not got hurt.
Because that was of Thunder Valley too, right?
That was Thunder Valley.
Same section that got Eli.
Yeah, pretty much actually. I was thinking about it. Yeah, you're right. So just, and then he was out for that. So I don't know. I mean, had I got to race him in his prime more so, like, I shouldn't say that. I know it sounds bad, but like the early with Ricky and though that would have been pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was
those guys are just. I remember some of the battles in that first outdoor season. Maybe not the first year that James was on the 4-stroke.
4 strokes, yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Like some of those, they were going too fast.
Yeah.
Like really, I don't know that we've seen that since. Just a level of two. I mean, maybe Eli and Chase in 22 was like that in a sense.
Yeah.
But like, dude, just two guys that were just pushing and pushing and pushing until you remember High Point when James went over, like that was just going until there's no more going.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember why it's ingrained in my memory, that staying crash of his.
Just crazy.
Yeah, it's those guys, and even, I mean, yeah, they're mentally tough, dude. Even being on Ricky, like, dude, it's no wonder why he was a champ. Just the little bit of time I got to spend with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you had the incident with James at Anaheim,
Yeah.
how bad did that feel? Because like that, I think that was one of the weird ones where like there were like people on the internet that was internet age, then,
Yeah.
and people really blamed you for that in a sense. But it's like people don't know the history, like how far you guys go back, and
No. I mean, with that was a complete accident. I had already doubled in. I mean, everybody probably know about it, but he had pivoted before I had already jumped into the middle of the turn before he pivoted, and he cut down, and I was already committed. So I couldn't grab the brakes because it was in the air. And by the time I landed and could grab the brakes, it was too late. Kind of like the incident with Barsha and
Jet this year.
Yeah. So he cut down like so fast, and you know how he was good at that. And so I was like, dude, I felt so bad, like sitting on the line because he gets knocked out. And
did they red flagged it?
Yeah, they did.
Yep,
they did.
Right.
So
you
I
have
just
to
was
restart the race going through.
Yeah,
that.
I just like, man, I saw Big James the weekend after, a couple weeks out, like Big James, like, I didn't, and he was cool about it. And then what was it like? Gosh, 5 years later when James did that video, he kind of come out talking about his retirement and whatnot. I watched it. I was like, oh, I'm curious what he has to say. Like, and then he's like, yeah, after Dunge hit me or whatever he said. I don't know, but
yeah.
He's like, it kind of like sealed the deal for me. So I was like, so I was the guy that retired James Stewart. Like, my gosh, like that's not good. but it was an accident. Yeah. So just a racing incident, but
yeah. And I could, like, from knowing you, just so I would know how bad you would have felt.
Well, let's just say I never learned how, and I still don't know how to take somebody out. Like, I don't know how to, if I go in for the kill, and you could probably see any, like the one me and Villo come together, like I half commit. Oh, we fall down. We like tip over. Like, oh crap. So but
Jason Anderson.
No, not to knock on Jason.
No,
I couldn't do it like he does it.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.